press go on this baby. All right. Says it's live.
We're live?
Yeah, we're gonna wait for the.
We're here.
There's gonna be a little drop down, and then it's happening, man. It's happening. Like it's reverse day. You're all dressed up, and I'm not.
It's all right.
Oops. Like it's reverse day. You're all dressed up, and I'm not.
It's all right.
Oops. I don't know what happened there. Damn it. We're still live.
I think we're still on.
No, are we?
I don't know what that was.
It's like delayed. Okay. That was funny. I don't know what I pressed. Old lady shit.
Let's not do that again.
All right, here we go. Now we're live some more.
Here we go.
Hey,
Pressing
happy Tuesday.
buttons over here.
Yeah, we are. Like, what the hell's going on? All right, Steph and Joey, Steph Dupuis team at Keller Williams West Sound.
And Joey Walker with the Dupuis team at Keller Williams
With
West
your
Sound.
Tuesday, I forgot to do the Kitsap weekly stats thing. But that's okay. It's our Tuesday weekly housing stats for the week of August 3rd through August 9th. And so we were just talking about this. We keep hearing all sorts of whispers from agents and clients and people excited that maybe the market's shifting, but we kind of don't really think so, do we, Joey?
No, I mean, I think what we're going to see in the stats today is people are still a little overzealous with prices as far as when they're selling their homes, but the market's going to dictate those prices in the end.
That's the truth right there. The market will dictate the prices. Doesn't matter what price you list a home at, whether it's too low or what we're seeing right now is too high. And we have some fun stats. One stat really stuck out, and that was the list price reduced. The market's correcting for the sellers. So they're putting the sellers, they're teaching the sellers what the market will dictate. So let's start here. New listings 102 this week, and that was really down about 30%. Last week I had 131 new listings, and what we saw is last week with 131 new listings, we ended up with 199 homes in escrow from that. So sellers, when you list, the buyers buy. We still have a ton of buyers out there. They're very hungry, they're very eager, and they're making strong, cash-strong offers. So they might not be all cash, but they've got a lot of cash behind them. We're seeing large down payments, strong 22 ADs, which are additional down payments in case of low appraisal. And buyers aren't playing. They're making serious, strong offers.
Yep, they're throwing out high earnest money amounts that are pretty much showing that good faith effort that they're very willing to pay.
Yeah. So 199 pendings last week and 126 sold. So remember, the solds are a lagging indicator. Those are the homes that were pending, 4 to 6 weeks ago. Here's the number that really just stood out to both Joey and me was list price reduced. Usually, a couple months ago, we were only seeing a single digit list price
should
reduced.
Be very rare.
Right. What do we have this week? You can say it.
51.
51! 51, you guys! Like, come on! Do better than that!
Yeah.
I mean,
so
is that my reprimanding the public for that's listing too high?
Yeah.
You're just over listing, and we all know it, and it's not a secret, and everybody can see it, so get your shiitake together.
Yeah, we're out there doing these little
Joey's going to pull me off camera soon, like, calm down.
She's a little fired up today.
No!
She's fired
up. Come on! We've seen some great homes, and buyers are expecting to pay list price or higher, and they want to make serious offers, and they see your home that's 20% over list price, which is what we're seeing, 10 to 20% over, aren't we?
Pretty often,
yeah. And we all know what the fair price is. Everybody knows what fair market price is for a house. We have the internet these days. There's a thing called the internet, huh?
Yeah.
And how do buyers know what fair market value is?
The internet.
And how do they? And not only buyers, we probably have the most knowledgeable group of buyers ever in the history of home buying.
No.
Why? Not only the internet, but what else are they doing?
I mean, they just have so many more resources out there at their fingertips, and with us, and it's just easier to find those things now.
Yeah, they go out there. They first do some research on the internet, right? And then they go see the homes, and they're comparing your home to the hundreds of homes they've already seen, and they're like, 500, 500, 500, 550. There's the goose. Duck, 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 duck. Goose. Duck, duck, duck. And they're like, I really like the goose, but I don't know if it's worth. Man, what do? We have this house we really like, but it's not worth $50,000 more. So stop shooting yourself in the foot and just price it right. And we don't know if it's the seller or the broker or what. Doesn't matter. Whoever it is, stop it. Stop it. We need more homes on the market. 51 price reductions is redunculous. It's just silly.
Yeah,
it's just silly. Someone's probably not listening or looking at their numbers, because this isn't brain surgery here. You look at the comps, and then you get the number from the comps, and here's probably the number one error I see with sellers is they're like, yeah, but my neighbor's house sold down the street for $550, so my house should sell for $550. Yeah, but if you have a one-story house, you can only compare to one-story house. Your neighbor's two-story house is not a comp for your one-story house. It's one story to one story, or one story with basement to one story with basement. That's what a like house means in real estate language.
Yeah, that's a huge mistake I'm seeing.
That is the biggest. But man, how many times do we sit in a seller meeting? They're like, but my neighbor's house is purple and my house is purple. And it's like, purple houses are not like houses.
Yeah.
We need one story to one story, two story to two story, okay?
And everything in between.
Yeah. All right. So moving on, because man, 51 price reductions. That just okay. Total residential inventory is at 342. That's down about 20 from last week, and 378 with condos. That's again down about 20 also. So some condos sold. People are buying condos. Days on market about the same. However, we noticed something out in the field this week. I mean, there's some homes that have been, we're back to the same old story. If homes are priced well, they're going to sell in a few days. We're seeing, and if they're not, if they're in that 51 price reductions,
they're sitting on the market for 1-2+ weeks.
Right.
And
7 days was my magic number.
Right.
We're targeting for our buyers, by the way. We're like, there's a sucker. 7 days. Let's go lowball him.
And so, I mean, it kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier about how buyers are so much more intelligent these days.
Yeah,
they see a house that's been on the market for 7-8 days. Back in the day, that's not a big deal, but now it's like, okay, there's something wrong with that house if it's still on the market. So another reason to price accurately is because if you miss that first wave, it's usually not a good sign.
If you're a seller and you miss the first 3 days, we're seeing the best offers come in within 48 hours, typically, I would say.
Yeah.
And if you miss that first 48 hours of good buyers, you're just like...
What's everyone doing? They're on their phone, they get the new listing, and then after a couple days, that new listing's not new anymore. And
you nailed it.
No one ever sees
right there.
it.
See that again, Joey?
As everyone's on their phone, they get an update on their phone that there's all these new listings, they look at them, and if it's not priced correctly, they get shot in the back, and then they never see them again.
Right.
So you gotta price accurately. It's so important.
Right. Stop messing that up.
That's kind of our lesson, I guess, this week.
It's their lesson.
Oh yeah, I mean, our lesson to them. To them. So.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. It's the. We're both teachers. Would you teach?
I taught social studies.
Yep.
And so.
As a high school band director,
Yeah.
tell we're both like, go do your homework.
Yeah. Exactly.
Stop messing it up. No.
Yeah.
What the hell's the matter with you? Critically think. Come on. All right. Let's go to the next thing. Okay. Average sold price is just stabling out, and we're going to come back to this. What's happening with the market? It's kind of a pivotal week because we're in the third week of a trend we're seeing, and 3 points might make a pattern, maybe. Sales price to list price, buyers. This is your number. We're at 105% sales price to list price right now. On average, you're going to have to offer 5% over list in order to get it. And we're seeing that it tends to be a more accurate number right now. We've been advising buyers. If it's a hot house, you might have to go upwards of 10% over, but we're actually seeing more towards 5%. And so we've gotten quite a few homes under contract in the last 7 to 14 days, and the 5% list price to 5% range. So it looks like that is stabilizing out a little bit. And we were talking prior to the video today. You know, you brought up some really good points about the market.
Essentially, the market's kind of correcting a little bit as far as like, I think we might be seeing a new norm as far as prices go, but I think we had that first wave, you know, earlier in the year and last year of just crazy over list prices, but we're not really seeing that right now. And so we're starting to see it, I guess you want to call it, correcting here and stabilizing. And so that's just something we're just going to keep an eye on, because everything's been pretty consistent on that front here for a while now, which kind of tells you corrected.
Right, and so when Joey says correction, he's not talking about crash. He's saying correction. It's a shift. Yeah. And where we saw a lot of frenzy maybe a year ago, right now we're seeing more stability. Offers are still strong. Buyers are still aggressive. And buyers are still hungry. You know, we make a lot of fishing analogies in the office here. You know, buyers like fish. They're like, is that a good bait? It's like, and that's why sellers, I'm gonna get really hung up on this seller thing.
Right.
Put good bait out there, and you know, so that's the fundamentals are still very strong, and what it did in the last year is it elevated our price bracket in the county. We went from, you know, around a $350,000 average price up to 500, you know, thousand, right in there in low 500s, and that might be where we stabilize for a while. And that might be a new basis, a new foundation for our area. So that's something that we're seeing right now, at least for a while. A couple other things too is I think people are really excited for a crash. Some people, there's a want for a crash. A lot of crash talks. You know, people want the market to correct, and I understand that. There would be some relief, some housing relief for some populations if the housing market crashed or corrected severely. We just aren't seeing that, but what we are seeing is some stabilization possibly, and we'll just keep an eye on this.
One area we're talking about was the new builds.
Oh, the new builds! I'll tell you, you know, we were talking. Joey and I were talking. With new builds, we do have some concerns. Lots of concerns with new builds. And one of them is I'm not sure the builders are very financially secure. Is what it was. I mean, just think about it. I could be totally wrong, but I don't think they're making much profit. Okay. They have a labor shortage, which is eating into their profit, and it's causing them to delay being able to finish these builds on time. And every time a builder has a delay, it costs them a lot of money, which again shrinks the profit. I wouldn't be surprised if many of these builders, without them knowing really, are not making a profit. They might be in the red. And the cost of materials is very volatile, which is causing them to be in the red. And the county is rightfully increasing permit costs. And so there's a lot of pressure on builders, and it's causing two problems. One, if builders aren't profitable, in spite of what people think builders are making a lot of money. I don't think they are, and I think there's a high likelihood we might see builder foreclosures and builder bankruptcies. I think that's a possibility.
I mean, yeah, think about it. Last year, they bought in. Everyone heard about lumber prices and cost of materials, but they went ahead and bought in at the height of all that stuff.
Right.
And now they're building these homes and they're pricing them out of, just out of the market. They're just outpricing our market. Yeah. And they can
Who can buy those?
These homes can only sit vacant for so long until they have to get rid of them.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of very high-priced new builds sitting on the market, which that's costing the builders money too.
Right. So that's one area we're going to keep an eye on. Yeah, keep watching the new builds. And if you're a buyer in the market buying a new build, make sure you have an inspection, please, for goodness sake. A lot of those new builds are built with labor. If labor is difficult to find in construction, then they're likely hiring folks who are not as skilled as they should be.
and I would be concerned about quality. I'll just leave it there.
I got a horror story about a roof from a buddy over the weekend. I
Yeah.
won't share, but kind of fits right
Not
into
for
that.
Live TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. That being said, we'll leave it there this week.
Yeah, I mean,
And leave your questions below. And we'll continue these discussions. Leave your questions below, comments below. If you found this helpful, please like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we appreciate your comments. Share this video. I'm Steph Dupuis with Dupuis team at Keller Williams West Sound. This is your Kitsap County Weekly Housing Stat with
Joy Walker on the Dupuis team with Keller Williams West Sound, and we'll be
Yep.
back next week with some
We will
fresh
be.
stats.
Thank you for joining us. All right.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
I'm pressing that, right?
Yeah, you press it.
Is this just like,
Is it
I guess it doesn't want us to go.
just wants us to
It's just
stick around?
enjoying it so much.
Huh. I don't know. So you might have to just. Together. Hi, everyone.